Welcome to Behind the Show on YouTube. What's going on, guys?
Hiya!
Yeah.
Just another week.
Just another week.
Just
no
another
big
week.
deal.
Nothing happened. Nothing
Just
extraordinary happened.
It's just another week. And I was just on Twitter and I just saw this come up and I want to just play it quickly.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Impressive night on Dynamite for these gentlemen, 2.0, Jeff and Matt, and of course Daniel Garcia. All these gentlemen will be on dark coming up. This man, Garcia, will go one-on-one against Fuego del Sol.
It was an impressive showing, you're right.
Real impressive.
It really was. And I could have picked anywhere that I wanted to go.
Free agent. Free agent.
The reason why I picked AEW is for the challenge and for the competition. And Fuego del Sol, you've been trying to pick AEW for a long time. But the thing is, AEW refuses to pick you.
You're a loser, Fuego.
In Darby Allin, you were able to pin me when you had your boys with you. But one-on-one in the ring, you cannot. So Tony Khan, I am begging you. AEW Dynamite, Pittsburgh, book the match.
Make the match.
Darby Allin versus Daniel Garcia.
Get it done, Tony.
Get it done, Tony.
Tony, I got it done.
Yeah, Tony got it done.
Got it done.
Tony got it done.
Our boy,
That
Daniel
is-
Garcia.
Courtesy of Twitter and the AEW Twitter handle. You should go check it out. A lot of great content and great talent on the AEW Twitter and the Twitter roster on the AEW roster. I apologize about that.
Twitter.
So, you know what, Matt Lee, Jeff Parker. Last time we talked about the unfortunate release of a wrestler.
Yeah.
Who's a creative genius. He's going to be doing some, hopefully, some amazing things coming out soon. And you know what? Kind of enjoyed our weekend, did our thing, and I kind of turned on the TV on Wednesday night Dynamite, and I saw a couple of gentlemen that I know, and it was surprising to some, very surprising to some others, and it was a joy for, I think, everybody to see. And I'd like to be the first here to congratulate you both on
Thank you very much.
a debut match that will forever be known as You're the Real Sting.
It's under debate.
You
It's
know,
under debate.
was it the real Sting?
I don't know.
Unconfirmed.
Back to working on Wednesday nights. Love it.
We don't know, but we're gonna talk all about this because today's theme is what a week, and what a week it has been, and I want you guys to relive that week with us. So anybody who's watching right now on YouTube or on Facebook, please share this, hit the subscribe button every single week on Behind the Show. It is a live program where we interact with all of our fans, not my fans, but the fans of 2.0.
Hey, your
in the
fans
show.
do, Aaron. Don't sell yourself.
I do.
short. There's
It's
nothing to
Blackie
speak
George. Someone remembered me from years and years ago. So email us, theshowrules@gmail.com. Join the show. You can chit chat with the 2.0. I like that, with the 2.0 right over here. We're going to talk all about this, and it's just tons of questions that I have, tons of questions that have been coming in. I know there's a lot of stuff that you guys can't talk about, and I completely respect that. And we're going to make sure that we're going to tread that line, and we're also going to talk wrestling because this is a wrestling show. And by the way, next week, you guys I'll give you the honors to tell everybody who's watching the show who is going to be the guest of honor on the program next week, where you guys are going to be interviewing, along with myself, about their career and what they do in professional wrestling.
Well, is it confirmed? Are we confirmed with this?
We're confirmed.
We're confirmed. Oh,
Well,
baby.
I mean, it's going to be a little controversial.
Definitely going to
A
be
little controversial, but it's going to be Dave Meltzer, guys.
Dave Meltzer.
We're going to be interviewing Dave Meltzer.
The Melts.
The man.
The Melts.
You know? I used to be a subscriber to The Observer.
The hard copy.
I love the hard copy.
The hard
I'm not
copy.
reading off my telephone. I'll tell you right now, Dave. I can't do it, okay?
No.
You got to keep sending those out.
Not doing a Kindle?
Does he still do it? He's got to still send out the hard copy. I guess we'll find out next week.
Well,
I
we'll
don't know.
ask him. There's a question.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we're gonna have a nice talk with Dave Meltzer. A controversial figure in the wrestling world.
Yeah.
Say what you will, but I think it's gonna be nice to sit down and have a conversation with the man and just
Like,
have him.
how did he get started?
Yeah.
Well, who just writes a wrestling newsletter?
Right.
Like who figured out that there was a market for that?
Yeah.
And then fed that market.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, think about it.
Through
Think
it.
of how many people, how many websites, and how many, I'd say news and journalists and people are out there right now covering the sport of professional wrestling.
Right.
would not be in it if it wasn't for, you know, Dave Meltzer, the Observer. I mean, he really changed the way that you know, the sport was covered, and by kind of breaking the fourth wall, he kind of made it more mainstream, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, for sure.
And
I can't wait to hear what he has to say.
in a
Yeah,
time
it's
where
been
that
great.
wasn't accepted.
No, and he
You
caught a
know,
lot of
like-
heat. Caught a lot of heat for it. You know, I mean,
Lot.
to this day, you still hear
Yeah.
it in shoot interviews and this and that. You know.
Oh, you know, our good friends over at 83 Weeks. When you
know?
listen to Eric Bischoff talk about it, he's he's not a Meltzer fan,
For
but
sure. But there's a tabloid aspect to it too. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of 83 weeks, Bischoff always says, you know, controversy creates cash,
Yeah.
right? Like he loves saying
Yeah,
that.
you put that out there, Eric.
Meltzer, creating controversy.
You know?
So it's good. I'm really excited about that one. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, real pump. Good
dive
get.
into.
A good
Yeah.
get. A good get. A good.
and I can't wait to hear from a wrestler's perspective, asking him questions. Anyways, it's going to be really, really, really amazing. I think a lot of people are going to tune into it because they're really going to want to hear all about, you know, all that perspective. So enough about that. We're going to promote that a little bit later on during the week. So
I
let's.
don't. I'm wearing black. I don't like the black on the thing. It's a whole thing. I don't like
you
the
know,
way I look.
Floating head.
Yeah, I don't know. What to tell you.
I am assuming that you both are absolutely so tired, and you must have been going through a lot. You, I don't know. How are you guys doing? First and foremost.
Yeah, I mean, we have not stopped for 2 days, right? We got into Jacksonville Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah.
Tuesday afternoon, and we didn't stop, right?
Did not
Photos, promos, matches.
Conversations, taking care of this,
Oh.
taking care of that.
There's a lot of stuff to get done.
Feel great.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah,
great.
yeah, on top of the world.
Exhausted.
On top of the world. Like,
Exhausted, but these are all amazing problems to have.
think
in a
about
way,
like life comes at you hard and fast. So think about where we were like 6 weeks ago today, right? Or 7 weeks ago, whatever it was, right? Just got dumped on my head by dollar bill. You know what I mean?
The
Like,
dollar king.
was it Dollar Bill? What's
the
his
Dollar
name?
King.
Dollar
The
King.
Dollar King.
What's his real name?
Top dollar?
Top
Top
dollar.
dollar.
You know,
Nada.
and then
Nada.
and then now we're working for the other guys.
Yeah.
You know, it's insane. What is happening?
It's, I mean, you know, I'm trying to think in if you, I mean, you guys, and for those who don't know, we've got a huge history together from back in the late 90s, you know, from wrestling and, you know, all being involved in it. Thinking about the way that you debuted and thinking about all the other wrestlers who have debuted in the past, I'm not sure that there has ever been a debut of two guys who were in NXT, another promotion,
Yeah.
who got such raving reviews, a pop, a tweet. You were trending all over Twitter for 2 days. Like, I have not seen that. I don't think I've ever seen that. So
Yeah.
what are your thoughts when you see that and you're like, okay, you know, you did well in the other promotion, you know, and you're very respectful to that other promotion for giving
Sure.
you that
Yeah,
opportunity.
of
You always
course.
talk about that. And then all of a sudden you turn around, you get this amazing opportunity that a lot of people didn't know about. I mean, I was one of the last to know. So you get this amazing opportunity, and all of a sudden you see that everybody is going nuts. You're trending. You're this. What does that feel like?
It's overwhelming at times, and it's almost validating. It's flattering. It's humbling. It's a little bit of everything mixed into one. Like, so we had that promo put out. AEW put out that
Yeah.
promo on social media Tuesday night. And when, you know, we're still trying to do things on Tuesday and take care of stuff, and you know, whenever promos go out and stuff like that, you always have your phones going off. Well, it's just normal, right? Because you have Twitter notifications, text, whatever it is. But it would not stop.
Yeah.
So at that point, it was like, as we're going through after it came out, like, I think something's going on here.
Yeah.
And then you check and we see the numbers, and it's like, oh.
Yeah, that promo blew up pretty good, right?
Oh.
Like it was everywhere. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it felt great.
It felt great.
It felt great.
Felt
you know?
great.
And did you have other, like, you know, guys and gals from, you know, from the industry messaging you and saying, you know, what's going on?
Yeah.
Because you have an
a lot
opportunity.
of positive, like,
Yeah.
dude, everybody, you know, everybody we worked with at the other place at WWE.
Yep.
You know, everybody reached out, thrilled,
Old
just
friends,
thrilled.
new
old-
friends, like family
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. Nobody knew.
Nobody
Like,
knew.
literally.
We barely knew.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We barely knew. Like, it was, everything happened so fast.
Yeah. Like,
It was crazy.
that promo
I mean-
was just one of those, like, okay, guys, go cut this for
Yeah,
social
that
media.
for sure,
And
yeah.
you finish it and it's out. And like the whole thing is like,
Yep. This is happening.
oh.
This is happening now.
And I think another surprise with the community is like there's always that gray area of after getting a WWE release, what's the clause? You know what I mean? What's the non-compete? Like generally it's 90 days.
We had 30.
We had 30.
We had 30, and here we were a week after that it expired. You know, on television, calling out the 3 of the biggest faces in AEW.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Forget AEW. You called out 3 of the biggest wrestlers, in my opinion. I mean, John Moxley. I mean,
absolutely right. Former world champion.
Yeah.
In both promotions. Like that's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. And we called his ass out. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. That is how you do it. You want your guys to come in and make an impact.
You make noise.
That is how you do it, guys.
So tell me,
fired up. I'm still fired up now. Now I'm awake.
I can tell. Yeah, it's a little bit more than caffeine in that drink. I like it. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about I want to know about the nerves going into it. So first of all, how did you get to Jacksonville? Did you guys drive or?
Yeah, we drove down.
It's only 2
hours, 2.5 hours.
And to a wrestler, a 2-hour drive is
nothing. We've done 16 hours to Chicago. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we've done 8 hours to Philly, wrestle 8 hours back home,
and go to work.
And go
to work in the morning.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so you're on the drive. What are you guys talking about in the car? Are you planning like I mean, what's going on? What's that conversation?
We didn't know what we were necessarily getting into.
Yeah,
you know, it's your first day at school, your first day at a new school, at a new job. Like, so obviously there's nerves and some anxiety that goes with that, right? Like, just I can't even remember. You know?
Yeah, it was just kind of like, oh, this is awesome. Yeah, like really, like this, like how did this come together so quickly? This is really,
and it happened so fast. Like there almost wasn't time for nerves. There wasn't time to overthink every little thing. You know what I mean? You just get thrown into the fire.
The night before, I wouldn't even say nerves, but I had like that feeling of like, all right, I just want to get going. Yeah. Like I want to get on the road.
One thing, I forgot how to pack. Like we haven't wrestled outside of Orlando.
Boy, that was a disaster.
In a year and a half.
Wow, that's a great point.
I packed way too much, but not enough at the same time somehow. You know, like it was so strange.
Too much, but not enough of the right things.
Yeah. Like,
and I noticed that you had brand new tights.
Yeah, I mean, those were old tights with the patch removed, with a new patch on.
Yeah,
you know, you had to get something done, right? Because we were going out there.
That was done literally the week after I think we got released, because we're like,
we're gonna have to wrestle. We're gonna need new gear because
everything else we have is really old. You know what I mean? Like it's old 2.0, 3.0 stuff, and like it's been in a musty closet for who knows how long, and now everything else is Everise, and we can't wear that.
Yeah. We had a feeling we'd be heading up to Jacksonville. So we kind of gave her the Iggy, like, hey, maybe get this stuff ready for this period of time. And it wasn't ready. And we had to tell her, like, when we found out we're going for sure, not sure if we're going to be wrestling or whatever,
right?
But we're going to be going. So you bring your gear, right? That's one of the first rules that you learn as a wrestler. And she got it done.
She got it done.
Sue, thank you very much.
The best.
Wow, that's amazing. So you get to Jacksonville, you pull up, you're at Daly's place.
Yeah.
Explain to me, as before you're going in and you're meeting I'd say the higher ups, the individuals who are going to be controlling, hopefully, the what's going to happen with you.
Our lives.
And how is that anxiety at that point?
So at first,
I see the smile on your faces right now because it's kicking in.
It didn't feel like I didn't feel too much anxiety. It felt like a normal day at work. Because we knew what we had to do. Like we were told, okay, when you get in, well, first of all, we had to be COVID tested, so we get COVID tested.
Yep.
We knew that we were told go right to the locker room, get changed, do pictures, this and that. So like we had a plan of what we had to do.
Yeah, we had a plan. However, trying to find the locker room.
Oh yeah. Because it's Daly's place.
Not
Daly's place. Daly's place is attached to the stadium where the Jaguars plays. This place is huge, right? Yeah. You don't know where you're going.
No idea. And like it's still, when we got there, it's still like bare bones. Like not everybody's there, so it's just kind of you're walking around. It's like
because you're one of the first people there.
Is anybody here? Like where do we go? Somebody like just go down there and turn left.
And somebody ribbed me, pointed us in the wrong direction on purpose.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah. Already started, but it was just trying to find the locker room at first, and then when we finally did find it, it was the wrong one. It was the wrong locker room. Yeah. Wow. So you're just in it immediately. So the nerves kind of dissipate because you're just
and we have a lot of friends there from over the years, you know what I mean? So you meet a couple and then you just start powwowing, you're having a good time, and then other people see that you're having a good time, and you kind of become accepted. I don't want to say accepted, but you know what I mean. Part of the
you're right in. It's a community that you've already known.
Exactly.
Now, is there Is there a different feeling that you have from promotion to promotion? I mean, I know you guys have wrestled in multiple promotions, but like, is there a different feeling in the AEW promotion versus where you were before and before that, or is it just kind of, you know what, this is how it always usually is from a wrestling side when you're in the
To
backstage?
me, it felt very similar to NXT, like the
Yeah.
locker room part of it, like
Yeah.
just easygoing. The boys.
I think the boys are always the boys.
The boys are the boys.
The boys are the
There you
boys,
go.
no matter
Yeah.
where we're working. Because for the most part, whether you take it with NXT, AEW, I'm sure Impact is probably the same too. Like, it's this group of all these people who've all gone through in different ways, but it's all the
Yeah.
same path. It's all the same path that converges at these destinations.
And it's a lot of the same
So,
people over
it's
the
a
years,
lot of
right?
same
You
people.
meet the same people, and you
Yeah.
end up in the same places, and you reconnect.
Yeah. So it's like we saw people that we're still friends
Yeah.
with, you know, that you still stay in touch with. And we've seen people that we haven't seen in like 4 or 5 years, but you were friendly. You've been,
Yeah.
you've worked together and stuff. And you just pick up where you left off. So, you know, other than getting used to the lay of the land, once it kind of gets in, you know, when you especially have enough friends, it's comfortable.
Do we have a moderator today? Like I saw people.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions coming in.
Do we want to get to them? I don't know. I don't know what
we are going to get to them. I know Victor
Yeah.
just emailed us right now. We just sent him the link to come on the show. And once again, if you want to be on the show, if you have a question for the guys, come on. You can either have your camera on, off, doesn't matter. All you have to do is email us, theshowrules@gmail.com. We'll send you the special link to join the program. So Victor should be joining us in a couple of seconds. So there are a lot of questions coming in.
I just it felt so good to wrestle in front of people again.
Oh,
Yes.
we're
the
gonna
energy,
have to
guys.
get to that. Yeah.
Like the energy in that place last night was off the charts.
We're going to have to get to that.
Hey, let's talk about it right now. I don't know.
So the question that we were talking about it before. So is there a difference? So here's the straightforward question. NXT, AEW, both wonderful promotions.
Yeah.
Different demographic. Is the crowd different?
Well, I mean, it's tough for us to answer because we never really wrestled in front of a crowd with NXT, right?
A handful of times.
Like on television.
And like
it was
get
always
over
the
matches, you know? Like,
it was the pandemic era.
Yeah.
When we were on TV. You know, and I mean, just last night was unbelievable. I don't know what there was, 2,000-3,000 people in that place last night. Just absolutely on fire.
Yeah.
When Moxley and Kingston are doing their entrance and we're standing there watching them, just chills.
So I
felt like I was in Major League.
Of course,
you know,
Major Ricky,
right?
When Darby's music hit, and then as he came out, him and Sting come out, and there's this pop, and I felt alive again for the first time in like 2 years, and I mean that in every form possible. Like, this electricity went through me, and I was like, "This is what it's supposed to feel
This is
like.
what we've been missing. Like, you
This
feel
is what
alive."
And everyone says it all the time, and as fans, I don't think you really fully can grasp unless you felt it what that means to you as a performer, because that gives you that. All right, here we go.
It's time. It's about to happen.
Whether it's a pop for you, for somebody else, like there's been multiple times we're in there for like doing stuff for like security work and stuff, and there's this guttural pop in major arenas, and it's that that's the fuel that keeps you alive.
Woo! Woo!
Man,
getting turned on over here.
So nice.
Let's go to Victor, who's on the show right now, joining us. Victor, welcome to Behind the Show. How's it going,
Where you at,
buddy?
Victor? Where's he at?
Wearing a shirt.
There he is, Victor.
Wearing a shirt this time.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, my
Love
man.
it. What's going on, man?
What's going on, guys?
Wow, man,
Happy to
not
see you
much.
again.
No, easy, casual.
Yes. Having a good steam.
Nothing happening.
Still pregnant?
Yeah, still pregnant, still waiting.
All right.
We had an appointment
All right.
today, and everything's
Good.
on track for August 22nd right now. Yeah.
Good. Happy for you.
Thank you.
So what did you think about the show?
So, I was trying to live tweet during it, and I was going back and forth. It was actually, I had to watch it again. I had to go back and watch it again. But, man, I was so, like, jacked up and so, like, I don't know. I've been watching you guys since NXT, and it's like I was like, man, I'm so proud of those guys. Like, they just went out there and just got it done. Like, I mean, you guys look like you've been doing this for years, but I can't explain it, man. It was such a high energy. The crowd was behind you. I mean, the pop was awesome. I mean, just everything you guys did, the little things, like when at one point Jeff was in the ring, and I think Moxley was stood up in front of him, and Jeff goes, oh, never mind, I'm leaving. Just the little things that you guys would throw in there that I was just like, oh, it's beautiful. And that thing with Sting, and you got, dude, I thought he took your head off. I was like, oh man, he's dead. No, I'm sorry.
He took it off.
My question with that was like, how did that feel? I mean, you took that thing like a champ.
Yeah,
it looked like he took your head off completely.
It felt like what it looked like. You know what I mean? It felt like you grit your teeth. I got smoked.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Darby is like, so I was laying on the floor and I just see this blur come by, and that guy just has so much velocity, just throws his body at you, and he just with total lack of disregard.
He comes through the bottom rope, right? So there's no you don't lose momentum.
Yeah.
Right. It was pretty amazing, but just your interaction with the Sad King, as you like to call him, just all that, man. I was just so happy. Oh man, I don't know. I had goosebumps. It was great. I couldn't have been prouder, man. It was awesome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. It was
You're very sweet.
It was wild.
I
can't think of another way than saying we felt alive again.
Yeah,
it really did.
You could tell. You guys were jacked up. Like it was awesome. I was like, oh man, I hope they don't blow themselves out right away, because you guys look like you were jacked up. And Aaron was right. Like your debut was really good. Like,
you're gonna debut. That's how you do it.
What more can you ask for?
What more can you ask for as a performer? You know, they threw us into the fire, and that's how we want.
Yeah, it was pretty good. That's to me where I know Jericho had that match with Hooven before that. Yeah. Man, that was when the show started for me. That was so good. It was, you could tell the energy was it was great.
Yeah,
it was great.
AEW rules. It's amazing.
It does. Yeah. I mean, I watched it all, man. I'm a huge wrestling fan, so I didn't like AEW at first in a sense because a lot of times they just listen. They just throw these guys out there and go, this is who they are. You got to know. You kind of have to know. So if you're not invested, if you don't invest yourself every week with them, you kind of lose something because they do so much stuff on YouTube. There's so much outside. Yeah. But I have really grown to enjoy AEW a lot. So
Victor, you're gonna.
I like it all.
I'm assuming you're going to absolutely continue to enjoy AEW for many, many reasons, and there's probably 2.0 of them soon.
2.0 reasons.
Oh, yeah. 2.0. Listen, Victor, love that. Victor, have yourself a wonderful, wonderful rest of the week and to the weekend. And don't forget, Dark, there's a couple of things that are coming up. Follow the AEW Twitter, follow their tweets.
There we go. If you post it, I'm watching, so you're good.
Take care, buddy.
Take it easy, Victor. Yeah, Victor on the program. Victor on the program this evening.
Love that guy.
Friend of the show.
Tons of comments coming in. By the way, listen, I know I keep saying this. We need to get a moderator. We've got a few people. We've had people that have applied. I am sorry we have not gotten back to you. I work. Obviously, the guys
work. It's been a week.
Yes, it's been a week. What a week. So we're going to get more into that. So email us at theshow@gmail.com if you're interested in being moderator, getting part of the show. We're looking for people that can help do a couple of designs, a little bit of editing on the side. We really want to be a part of a community that we're building. Please email us and be part of what we're doing. And to come on the show. Sorry about that, guys. What was that?
And so we'd love to have you.
Absolutely. And if you want to come on the show right now to chit chat with 2.0, the show, we're going to ask you that question about the name because it's been coming up quite a bit.
Yeah, exactly. I was just noticing that David Majors just asked about it. Did I miss the explanation of why it's 2.0 and not 3.0?
Yeah, so why don't we talk about that? Because, I know you guys were called 3.0 before. There's a lot. So I'll leave it in your hands. Explain where you started with your name originally years ago into how it got to where it is right now.
So we'll give you the long short version. So I started actually wrestling a few months before Matt did. So I ended up teaming with a guy named Novocaine. And the thing was, I started as a referee, and I was this crooked referee, and then so he would take me and train me as a wrestler. So our team name was Under Construction. Then as a tag team, we had a crooked ref.
That was me.
So eventually, he does the big schmoz for us, and we become a group, which Novocaine becomes the singles competitor, and we become the tag team known as Under Construction 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
Then the inevitable heel turn happens. So Under Construction is done.
Yeah, we ditched Novocaine. See you later.
No more Under Construction. We just
dropped it.
2.0.
We were just 2.0. That's where 2.0 came from.
Yeah.
Years go by. We worked for Chikara Pro. Mike Quackenbush, the writer, owner over there, he decided to name us 3.0 as an upgrade.
Yeah.
You know, and that's where that came from. And when we moved to WWE, they decided to call us the Everrise.
Yeah. And now we're back to 2.0.
We're back to 2.0.
It's one of those things. It just it feels like
It's
like
as
an
if-
old shoe.
It does feel like an old shoe. It's almost as if that chapter of our career is over.
Yeah.
And now we're over here and we've upgraded and we're back to 2.0.
Yeah.
You know?
So how did that work? So you obviously had some sort of conversation. You're sitting down. You're like, okay, what are we going to be calling? I mean, obviously it's Matt Lee, Jeff Parker. We know the success you've had before. So the decision's made. Here's what we're going out right now. It's 2.0. Theme music. How does that come?
Yeah. We just walked out.
A song played and we walked out.
Whatever played, man. It was such a busy day. We didn't have time to
Didn't have a moment to any of it. It was just play a song.
A song played and we walked out. And to me, it's irrelevant, man. We're gonna go out there and we're gonna do what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
We're gonna entertain. We're gonna kick ass, and that's that. And we did.
I still couldn't tell you what it was. Like,
I have no idea.
have no idea.
Couldn't even tell you. He's right. I couldn't even tell you. No clue.
If I heard it right now, I'd be like, I don't know.
Nope.
Okay, so boys. Did you run into Amanda Huber while you were there? The connection to AEW hold. Brody.
I did see Brody running.
Yeah,
around.
Brody was running around all day, so we bumped into him. I did not get to see Amanda.
Yeah.
Like we were saying, it was a day where unfortunately we weren't like in one spot for very long.
No, it's a beehive over there.
I would have loved to, but it was so nice to see Brody hanging around. It just
good spirit. Like, good looking kid. Good looking kid. Handsome boy.
So like the last time we had seen, like obviously I've seen him in pictures and stuff like that, but he was a child.
2 years old.
He's a middle kid and a great haircut.
Wow.
Great haircut.
Great haircut.
Real fashionable.
Just having a blast, man. It's so much fun to just see him just running around. Everyone's messing with him.
The moment with Sting was magical. Was it ever? Like we had an idea in our heads, like going there yesterday, like we have to end up with something with Sting, like a face-off, something. You know what I mean? And for it to play out the way that it did, could not ask for more. Not ask for more.
It's
that picture will live forever.
Yeah,
you know,
it's one of those, and we all
for me, it'll live forever for me in my heart. You know what I mean?
It's a what is life moment.
Yeah.
You know, like even just so we're talking about earlier, like when Mox and King were making their entrance. So it's coming out to Wild Thing. Growing up, I was a huge fan of Major League, the movie, the first movie I ever heard swearing in. So that song's featured in there. And now it's rocking Daly's place, 3,000 people going nuts. And I'm staring at him because Mox and King come through the tunnel, not from the entrance. And I'm watching them and I'm just taking a second. I'm soaking it all in. And there's Sting.
There was Sting.
There's Sting.
I remember
staring at him.
I wanted to go to, so they're coming out of the tunnel. I wanted to go stand on the turnbuckle and look at them like menacingly. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, here we go. Like I'm Stone Cold. I'm going to go up to the turnbuckle and I'm about to go up and Sting's right there looking at me. I'm just like, I can't stand here with Sting right there. You know what I mean? Like it'd be foolish. But it's Sting. You know what's funny? So I was sitting at home last Wednesday, watching Dynamite, watching Jericho and Nick Gage. Yeah. Just thinking, we have to get there.
Yeah.
We have to be on this show. Feel this energy.
Yeah.
And that was 7 days later. There we are.
Bingo.
And you're following up. Chris Jericho and Hubituka. I mean,
yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Like, and not to mention, you have Tony Schiavone and Jim Ross with Excalibur. But Tony Schiavone, Jim Ross, the voices of our
childhood,
are
both of them
growing years, WCW and WWF,
Monday Night Raw, Monday Night Show,
and Sting.
And
we just followed a Cruiserweight Classic match of Juventud Guerrero
That didn't even occur to me.
and Chris Jericho.
That's insane.
First wrestled 25 years ago in Japan.
Oh, and you got one little spoiler. Speaking of Chris Jericho, we went to his house. We did this Monday. We did the little Talk is Jericho.
That's why it's been the week.
Little Talk is Jericho. Oh yeah.
Remember, Aaron Amadeus opened up for Fozzy a couple of times.
That's right.
Yes.
He did open for Fozzy. He had to get that in. He had to get that in.
It all ties in together, right?
Yeah.
So for those who are living under a rock who haven't seen the spot that we're talking about right now with Sting, I'm going to share it on the screen over here, courtesy of AEW's Twitter feed. I'm going to make this a little bit larger, and then we can see exactly what the moment was as we play it right now.
No! Yeah, look. Oh, watch out.
Made this kid sing his childhood.
Oh, the truck ran him off.
Oh, and the best thing about it too, it's Matt, this is the thing. You do a phenomenal job there I mean, man, that must have hurt like hell. I just got to say. But also, Jeff, the way that you just get picked up and then everybody, like, people are not recognizing that, but some people are. The way that you get picked up, shot back down, turn around. I mean, it was magical. That moment was shared everywhere. Twitter was going crazy. People were sharing it. It was GIFs all over the place. I mean, I haven't seen a reaction to that since maybe the Sting with, and even then that one that just came out with Sting and Orange Cassidy, where they're doing the thing back and forth.
Yeah.
But yours were being shared more than that. It was just,
that was insane.
and that's your debut. Like, dude, you're debuting like that. What the heck? That just doesn't happen.
That's how you do it, though, right? That's how you do it. You know, like
it's the other famous one you have to say would be Eddie Kingston when he debuted, right?
Yeah,
I mean, he went out there.
You know,
just throw them in.
Yeah,
like make or break. Like, dude, you become a star.
You get thrown into the deep end.
Don't.
You get thrown into the deep end.
And like, it's those moments that, as a lifelong wrestling fan, like, those are the moments you live for,
right? Like
those
like 1, 2, 3, Kid Razor Ramon type of thing, like that type of moment. You remember forever. You know what I mean?
You really do.
You think of it, Santino Morella against Umaga.
Yes.
Right? Like beat him, won the Intercontinental title. Like, you remember
Evan Wright over here says, imagine telling people 5 years ago that Jon Moxley, Eddie Kingston, Darby Allin, Sting 2.0, and a young stud like Dan Garcia wrestling on TNT.
It is a strange world, man.
Really is.
It is a strange world.
It really, especially like, I mean, so not even add into that Bryce Remsburg, being the referee.
Yeah.
Like, there's moments where I'm just like, I'm seeing all these people involved, and we all have so much history together for years from Chikara and whatnot. And I'm just like, we're on TV.
It was crazy
doing this. Yeah. It's beautiful. Like, it just goes to show, like, so many of us in that group of people that we came up with, like, all have this passion for what we do and just never stopped.
There was a night, I don't know, 15, 16 years ago, where we slept on the floor of a guy named Delirious's house. Okay, This is 2006, and Jon Moxley was there last night, and we all shared the same floor.
Yeah,
like, it's just, and he went on, to become multiple-time world champion. But then last night we're sitting there sharing the ring.
Yeah,
on national television together, 16 years later, or whatever.
I was talking about that story. Long hair, Jon Moxley, fresh out of HWA.
Yeah.
That's insane. And I mean, the fact that you think about it, you started this YouTube show and you started doing everything that you did, and you went from a release to another release, like literally, like it's serendipity. Things are meant to be. And the debut you've had in AEW, going back to the roots of 2.0, following up Chris Jericho, Juventud Guerrero, MJF, Wardlow. I mean, following that match, you guys going in there, and I'm going to say, in my opinion, you really stole the show. I mean, you went up against the top faces.
That's very kind.
I'll take it.
Wrestling.
Might be biased, but I'll take it.
I sent you a video of my daughter, of Avery, sitting there watching you guys, and her reaction to when you came out, and it was just it was remarkable, because she just, for a kid that age to be watching it and being like, wow. I mean, not only just, she's like, I know those guys, but like, it was like, oh my, she had to rewind every time to watch that segment when Darby comes at you, and you're just watching that. But not only do I respect how much talent you guys have, the way that you showcase John's talent, the way that you showcased Eddie's, as well as Darby's, was something that a lot of people aren't talking about as well, which they should be, because it was on full display. And I'm sitting there watching you guys, and I'm like, my gosh, how? So here's a question I got to ask you, because I'm going to go off topic here, not off topic, but I'm going to go crazy here. But I'm going to ask you this: do you feel like you've been given an opportunity right now that you didn't have before?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. I think in 2 days we did more in 2 days than we did in 2 years almost, right?
Absolutely.
Like noteworthy stuff.
Yeah.
There's no question
100%.
about it. It's not even up for debate.
Right. And like, it's not to say like our run in NXT was what it was. We made the best of it. We did have some good stuff. There's some good stuff there. But it's not being thrown into this match with the top three.
Yeah, I didn't want that to sound bitter, because it wasn't bitter at all. You know what I mean? Like,
if not for NXT, I mean, I don't mean this in a bad way. WWE, Triple H, I mean, HBK, the guys you've been talking about before, they gave you a platform, and they taught you how to be so polished that you are right now. I mean,
no
really,
question about
you
it.
got to respect that. Like,
but
that
to get thrown into a match like that, like we were saying earlier, like getting thrown into the fire, like, yeah, I think it was handing. It's the proverbial thing that you always hear of, like, here's the ball, dude. Let's see if you can run. Like you gotta run.
It takes balls to do that with two new guys in your company, to put that trust in them.
Yep.
To go out on national television in prime time against three of your top guys.
Yeah.
It takes balls to do that, and not everybody's willing to do it, but they did.
And it's not like you're coming off something where you're proven.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you have Malachi Black, for example, thrown into this program with Cody. He's proven.
Yeah.
Andrade, proven. There's certainly debate with us.
Sure.
Like, can we entertain? Sure, but can you go?
Yeah.
You have to see.
How are you going to be received in this moment?
Yeah. There's a lot of variables that could make it go wrong. So it
was a good night. It was a good night.
Yeah, I can imagine that. We got a comment over here from Philippe, and he says, "I'll be honest, I didn't know who you guys were before Tuesday. That promo was on fire. So proud of you."
Yeah,
thank you.
That's what it's all about.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
That's
what it's all about. That's what we do,
But yeah, that's
what a promo's for, though, right? Promotion for whatever you're selling, and there we go. I guess it worked.
So the match is done. You go in the back. What's the reaction?
People seem pleased.
Everyone's happy.
Yeah.
Everyone's thumbs up. Great job. Yeah. Heck yeah.
Are you nervous at this point? Like, okay, like, I mean, you don't have the. I mean, you got to be at a certain point. You got to be like, okay, well, I think we did good, but you got a huge pop. Crowd's going crazy. You go in the back.
Oh, we knew we did well.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah. Like we didn't need anybody to give us a pat on the back or anything. Like, I knew in my heart that went well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure. It's just the table's set with those three guys to be like, you're going to have those reactions.
Yeah,
so
because
that's
the top stars in the company. So that was never going to be a question.
And then the match goes off really well. Everything's fine. No one gets hurt, which is always great. So you just know, that was a good piece of business,
dude. It was like, and everybody on the same page the whole match. Everyone was really happy. And it was just cool. So you're over the moon. You're just over, and like, there's always that point of like, you have that adrenaline rush, but it's always nice to be done and being like, being done is great. It's like the relief and the pressure, the release of just emotions. You know what I mean? Especially a high pressure situation like last night.
Yeah.
We got a rumor over here. I'm just gonna post it over here from Zach.
A rumor.
It says, rumor has it that you boys are.
Well, there's no question about that.
Yeah,
it is.
Come on,
it is
dirty tactics.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know if Sting has a managerial license.
I
don't know if he does.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
It's something to look into.
I haven't seen it.
We're going to contact Michelle, our lawyer, and she's going to look into it.
We'll
see what happens.
Michelle's a great lawyer.
We're going to get it stricken from the record.
We'll see what happens.
Stricken.
The announcement from AEW on Tuesday ruined ruined the main event on NXT because I got so distracted. That is pretty good. You know what? I don't. Okay, we got some other questions.
I wonder if that was on a like accidental.
Not my grade.
So Sambuco writes, "Will you be on Dark?" So I'm assuming that.
Yeah, we're going to be on Dark. That was announced this afternoon, I think, right?
Yeah. So you're going to be on Dark, and So the question is going to be, so next week we're going to see you on Dark. We don't know at this point if we're going to see you on Dynamite. Obviously,
well, we know our boy Daniel Garcia is going to be taking on Darby Allin Wednesday. Are we going to be in his corner? Are we going to have to keep our eye on the Stinger?
He's taking on Darby. Sting seems to like to stick his nose.
You know what I mean?
In the business.
Yeah. Watch your ass.
Like to put him in check.
Gonna watch your ass.
Gonna have to see.
so who is the first person you called, each of you, after everything's settled and done? You've got 5 minutes to yourself. Who is the first person on that phone? Matt?
Yeah. Our wives.
First is wife.
No question about it.
Second is mom.
Yeah. Parents. Is the question who reached out first, or who did we reach out to first?
Who did you reach out to? So you both said wife.
Yeah, the wife. The wife. No question about it. Yeah,
because like
these poor women, what they've gone through in the last month. Or forget about the last one. The last 2.5 years, uprooting their lives away from their families, to follow us and our doofus dream to be professional wrestlers to the United States of America, a different country. My wife is a French Canadian.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. She's pregnant now. You lose your job, and it's just the emotions that come with that. You know what I mean. And last night was a good night. So yeah, she was definitely the first person that I spoke to.
And especially in this type of situation, with the month we've had, or even just the whole thing of moving out here from home, and if our wives aren't fully on board and supportive with it, it makes it impossible.
It doesn't happen
for it to be good.
It just doesn't happen. Probably right?
Doesn't happen. Because they have to change their lives. They're out here also can't work, so there's a lot that goes into it. So you call them and you say thank you for being you, and then you call your mom and she tells you how good you are. Hi, mom.
They would have said it was great regardless.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. She's not gonna imagine your mom was there. You botched that fine.
She's
up a little bit.
You messed up that spot there, eh, Maddie? That's amazing. I mean, I don't know. I just think about it like, you guys came and NXT, you've got the amazing opportunity from the world, from WWE. You did everything you had to do. Triple H, HBK, idols that you guys watched when you were kids. And then you go over and you have an amazing opportunity with AEW. And next thing you know, there's Sting and Tony Schiavone, Jim Ross. I mean, it's just, to me, it hasn't sunk in yet. Like, it's funny because I sat down with my daughter and we said, she's like, are you guys going to be still doing the show? I said, I don't know. I said, their debut was so good. I have no idea what the future holds for them. Yeah. And to say that where you are right now in life, that's a crazy thing to say. Yeah. Like, this is not like you're 22 years old starting off your career. Yeah. You're getting the opportunity right now, a little bit later on in your career, where many would they would give their arm for this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would we? Yeah. Like, honestly, that's how it all played out is certainly not lost on us. And I think that's very important.
Very fortunate.
In anything you do, is that it's such a cliche thing, but stay humble.
Yeah.
But there is a big part of it. Like, and I think it's just applied to life in general. Like, you always gotta, be grateful and celebrate these little things and realize, like, this is awesome. Yeah. This is awesome. And that keeps you in a good state. Like, if you're always grateful and striving for things and being happy when they happen, happy life.
Yeah. Happy life and happy wife. So
that's for sure.
You got to have those two things combined. But we got about 10 minutes left in the show. These guys are really, really, really tired. So we got some more questions coming in. The chat is lit, as the young would say. Almost 100 people live in the chat right now, chit-chatting. Still got to get our Facebook thing. I know you guys have been busy. We got to sign up with Facebook.
Oh yeah, Facebook, right? Yeah. So we're talking about like, JR, Sting,
Yeah.
Like, we belonged in that moment. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like at home, comfortable. Like, that is where we belong.
It's true. I mean? It did feel like home. Like, for your first
day,
it felt right. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if I'm putting that eloquently, but it just did feel right. Yeah. So, man.
And listen, I'm going to say this, and you guys are two pretty humble guys, but like, watching every single opportunity that you're given, each little moment, that 30, 40 seconds you're given, the opportunities to be on AEW on their Twitter feed, the ones that just came out, you are taking advantage. You're doing the small things like tapping Daniel right on the butt, like stuff like that. I'm watching that and you can see he's trying not to smile, but like, it's just like, who who's thinking about this stuff? Like, how are you guys not? And I think people are watching this saying, these guys were let go because of budget. Like, if you just gave them a mic and put them online on Twitter and so, look what these guys could do. And on top of that, your wrestling ability is off the charts.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
What are you gonna do?
Good.
You know, you should be in charge.
belongs. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
worked out pretty nice.
Yeah, worked out great.
Worked out pretty nice.
Worked out good.
I saw something here in the chat
What's
that I
going on?
want to get to.
Get to them.
yeah. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Dan Anderson asks, as tag team specialists, have you guys taken anything that you've studied from the late, great Bobby Eaton? And I think it's topical to talk about that today as he passed.
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, what a leg drop off the top rope this guy,
goodness.
you know what I mean?
The Alabama Jam.
Yeah. I don't know how, I don't know if he had hip surgery. I don't think he did, but dropping that every night,
Every night. I always felt like Bobby Eaton is probably one of the most, even though he's rated very highly, the most criminally underrated guys, because I can watch any Bobby, like if I'm looking for a match that I don't want to go to my go-tos, you know, like all the time, it's just like, if there's a Bobby Eaton match, I am watching it, and no matter who he's in with,
so
it's amazing.
So why do you think that is? Why do you think he was like underrated?
I just don't think
I don't know if go ahead.
I think he was overrated, but like, I mean, he never busted out as like world champ or anything.
Right.
Like, because he was fantastic, a mechanic.
It's one of those things, right, where you get kind of typecast.
Yes,
you know what I mean. Who's a tag team guy?
Absolutely.
You know,
but Bobby Eaton was. We'd always have conversation with Terry Taylor about him too. Like I always like, give me some Bobby Eaton stories and stuff.
Beautiful
Bobby. So the rest of the world lost a good one. But if you're not familiar with Bobby Eaton,
look him up.
Get your
look on
tapes.
YouTube.
Yeah,
there's got to be stuff on YouTube.
Phenomenal, absolutely
rest
phenomenal. Rest in peace. World lost a ton.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you know what? Next week when we talk with Dave Meltzer, I mean that would be a great subject for you guys to bring up, because I know he was a massive fan of his, right, among many others, which is I mean, you know what? I'm just listen. Like I said to you guys, I'm absolutely so proud of what you've done and you've accomplished. And you know what? It's taken your whole lives to get to this point, and this is just the start. You know what I mean? Like
it really feels that way.
Yeah,
it really feels like we're just starting to roll. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I like what you
set the table, and now we get to eat.
Yeah, and I like what you said at the beginning before we went on there. You're saying that, you know, I don't think many people know how respectful you are to the promotion that you were at before, and you both said that you are so thankful for the opportunity that you're given now, and that you're going to take advantage of every piece of that creative freedom and that creative opportunity. And I think, you know, looking at it like that, that's pretty awesome, man. Like, you know, like you want people to succeed who have that mindset and that mind frame, right? So
yeah.
And it's just been the story of, I think, our careers. It's just always taking every little opportunity you have, every little nugget, and maximizing it to the absolute best that we can. Boys said we're not going to be the first round draft picks, you know what I mean? So it's about going in there, grinding it out, and making the best things possible for us. So always going to be that way.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And what can we expect? What do you want? So let's play a little future game here.
Sure.
Before I answer this question from Steve. So the question, so in 6 months from now, you know, we couldn't predict the future 2 months ago. Things happen. You let go. Look where you are right now. It's been an insane week. 6 months from now, what is your vision? You know, like your personal vision for where you want 2.0 to go, and your relationship with AEW. 2.1. Sorry, I say 2.1, 2.0.
2.1.
I mean, we want to be on Dynamite every week.
Every week.
You know what I mean? Every week, no question about it. We want to be a focal point of that company.
Yeah, and just contribute in all the ways that we can do.
On social media.
Social medias.
On Dynamite.
Post shows.
Yeah, but pushing our boy along, Daniel Garcia.
Helping the boy along.
Always going to have your back, Daniel.
Good kid.
You know?
Doing
Buffalo boy.
Maybe we're doing a little bit more with the post show.
Post show.
No, we flirted with that one after Wednesday night, so we're going to see where that happens.
They really gave us a lot of opportunities in 2 days.
It's
mind-blowing.
Really couldn't be happier. Really couldn't compliment everybody there, top to bottom,
the
from
staff,
the staff,
like
to the people who were setting up the whole I just lost my words.
Yeah, what?
The stagehands. There we go.
Stagehands.
Literally everybody,
The roadies.
top to bottom, is just incredible. Can't say enough about the company. It's awesome. Just look forward to building that relationship. We're on first base.
We're on first base. Maybe we're getting a lead. Gonna steal second. Here we go.
2.0 After Dark is what people are calling it right now. I like
Hebert.
that.
Hebert.
Well, there's so many comments here. Like this is, I think everybody's rooting for you. Like I've never seen something like this before.
Well, we appreciate it. We really appreciate it.
It really is appreciated. Like,
and we appreciate the support on the channel. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
guys.
it's been
This is
great.
great.
It's been going at a pace where it does mean a lot to us. We're just here doing what we love.
I'm
doing
exhausted.
what we love.
I'm exhausted, but I'm here, fired up.
But you know what? Now we're gonna have at least a week to promote Dave Meltzer coming on because everything has been kind of crazy. And
you better not pull a George LaRock. I'll tell you that right now.
He messaged me to say sorry. No, I will read you the exact quote from Mr. Meltzer right now. And I will just let you know, this is exactly what Dave said. He said, next week, unless something crazy happens, like what happened with Bobby Eaton and Jody Hamilton, who both passed away this week. So he's in 100% for sure. God willing, that something does, God forbid, that something doesn't happen. Right. But I think we are all, next week's going to be really, really good. I'm really looking forward to that show. LaRock is on thin ice. There's,
I think,
so many comments here.
I think we're gonna be doing the show on the road next week, guys. We're not gonna be in studio. Yeah,
that's great. That's phenomenal. I would love to get the 2.0 show, and I get the tour of the hotel room.
2.0 road show. The 2.0 road show.
The 2.0 road show. I like that. Right. And then, so if anybody wants to get your merchandise right now, let everybody know how they can help support the show rules 2.0. I mean, what can they do?
There's ProWrestlingTees.com-the show.
You can get the shirts. You can get the mugs.
You want a mug? Get a tea in there.
We're on Shoot Messenger there, where you can get a message.
You can get a message.
Birthday, anniversary.
Are we still on Cameo?
We're still on Cameo.
Nothing to smooth that
spreading
Cameo.
it out. Cameo, you know Shoot Message, whichever one you want to use.
What else we got going?
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
All of that.
There's Dark. Next week. There's Dark.
Coming up.
Oh yeah,
a lot of stuff coming up.
Dynamite.
The show,
guys, what a week!
After show,
what a week!
Behind the show that we're doing now.
My jaw is still on the ground from seeing you guys debut last night. So glad to see you back wrestling. All you need was a channel, so underutilized in the last promotion. Well, thank you very much.
Appreciate that. Show got canceled. Got
picked up
by another network,
and that's what you do, right?
What you do. Thank you. Thank you.
Another one over here. Plans on joining a super group in AEW. What's your ideal 4 horseman type stable? Well, good question.
I mean, I think they have the 4 horsemen thing covered.
They do,
right?
They definitely have the 4 horsemen thing covered.
Who would we like to pair up with? Is that kind of the question?
Exactly. What's the stable for 2.0?
We already got 3.
Daniel Garcia. I don't know if you saw it last night. You know what I mean?
So we need to. Let's just say if
that be 3.0.
Let's say we had to add a 4th.
Who would we add?
I have an idea.
A little. I think I know where you're going with this. I think we discussed it yesterday.
I think I'm going to float a name out there.
Float it out. Float it out
in the universe.
Yep.
Serena Deeb.
Oh.
Hey, how about that? Think about that, guys.
Just let that sit.
Just let it simmer.
Let that steep.
Let it simmer.
Like the tea.
Yeah.
I like that. That is pretty good. Yeah. I don't think anybody saw that one coming. Very, very nice. So anyways, someone wrote over here, maybe a female wrestler, which is exactly what you said. Okay, so I want a big thank you, and I know you guys have been big on thanking the team from What Culture. With what they've got like 3 million followers on YouTube.
I saw Simon with his ups and downs. Very complimentary. Very complimentary.
Yeah.
No, Simon's always nice. The last thing was very nice, and he said he was biased. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Bald bastard. We love him. We got to get the chew, Simon. We're still waiting for that chew, you piece of trash. I'm watching Simon Miller, bald bastard.
If he's not watching, someone's going to capture this. Send it right to him.
Send it right to him because this is your chew.
Unbelievable.
I don't have gum.
Nice, man.
My gum's in the car.
I just said tea.
I love it.
Those guys are great. The lads over at What Culture are amazing. It's fun to go back and forth with them.
I'll tell you what I don't love. I don't love the kayfabe moves.
No.
Flipping Marks. Minutes of
what? He's an idiot. I can do without that.
Completely.
Oh, that was awesome. Okay, cool. So, okay, remind everybody next week where you're going to be at. You're going to be where?
Where are we going to be?
Pittsburgh,
Pennsylvania next week.
AEW Dynamite, dark a little bit.
Dark on YouTube.
Then we'll be next Thursday. We'll be right back here doing this again from who knows where.
Saturday morning.
Right
here on the channel.
Yeah.
The show live, eating breakfast with the boys.
Breakfast.
Little coffee.
Talking about things. Can't wait.
Yeah,
Another
going on,
big-
Aaron.
Do we have a couple of Chew of the Weeks coming up in the next few weeks? I
We
know
do.
that this week has
Um,
been a little bit crazy, but we're gonna.
We got another female chew coming up.
Yeah, we do have a female.
The second ever female
Second
chew.
female
Yeah.
chew. It's a
Chew
good
of the
one.
week.
It
Chew of
is
the
a
week.
good one.
That is where
Chew.
we chew gum and tell people off, chewing you out. We got a problem with you. You get a chew.
You get a chew.
You get it. We need a gum sponsorship, Aaron.
We do need.
Can you write? Maybe write a couple emails. I don't know.
Gum and coffee.
You tell me what you want. We're gonna get that. Okay.
Gum.
We're gonna get
coffee.
coffee and we're gonna get gum.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It's gonna be like a harsh tasting gum because it's gonna be that Chew of the Week, or it's gonna be minty fresh. Minty fresh.
I like the mint, the cube mint.
The cube mint. There you go. Okay, that's what we're gonna get done. So if you want to get in touch, if you want to get in touch, email us at theshowrules.com. We're looking for volunteers to come on the program to help us out with some design work, some editing work.
Yeah.
We'd really appreciate all the help we can get. As you can see, 2.0, the show rules. Matt and Jeff they're going to be slammed and busy, but we are all here as a community to help support. Next week, Dave Meltzer is going to be on the show. It's going to be a little bit of a different twist where Matt and Jeff are going to be talking to Dave about, how he gets into wrestling. It's going to be really, really interesting. I guarantee there's going to be a lot of wrestlers watching that show.
Yeah.
Asking questions.
Yeah.
Hey, how did you know this? It'd be good. And then maybe we can do a bridge show. We can have Eric Bischoff and Dave Meltzer on the show.
Hey, now we're talking. Now we're talking.
The
Now we're
ratings.
talking. A little face off action.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like this. It's pretty good. We should do
Really
that.
looking forward to that one. Looking forward to that.
Dave
Pro
Meltzer.
Wrestling Tees, if you want to get the Show Rules t-shirts and a few other of the coffee mugs, and every time you join the show with a coffee mug, we would love for that. And
Yeah,
we
if
promise
you guys buy a T-shirt and you tweet it to us, we'll give you a retweet.
We'll give you a retweet.
We want to
Shout
show
out.
it off. We want to show it off, guys.
We like the community. We like to
we
build
do.
community.
We do.
Listen,
That's,
you help
that's really
us.
what it's about.
We
right?
like to say thank you.
We see the chat, guys. We see the chat. We need a moderator so we can get to more. Aaron's got his hands full.
So full.
I'm trying to produce the show at the same time. Right?
Yeah, I know. We love you for it. He's also writing sponsorship emails.
It's unbelievable.
It's a lot of stuff, and the Coke Zero. I'm trying to get them to sponsor this whole stuff, man. It's chaotic. Plus, we got to be on Twitter. We got to be pushing out of social media. We've got all these great ideas. It's just we need the support.
But it's all going to happen over time.
Yeah,
we're growing.
We're getting there. We're figuring it out.
We're getting there. Look how far we've come.
The first show we did was from my coffee table in front of a gray wall.
Yeah.
Now we have a studio.
Yeah,
it's coming.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty funny when you think about it. And this is kind of inside baseball over here is what they say. But when things happened, a little bit over a month and a bit ago, we all talked on the phone and we talked about some ideas and what we were going to do. And there was never, the idea of doing this show only came out, a couple of weeks after you guys started your other show. Right. So it's pretty interesting how things evolve. And I think we're going to evolve and keep moving and keep going forward. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So I know you thank
in the chat as we're talking about being thankful.
What's that?
Just one little thing before we wrap out. Wind Up 13 Erd. I'm not sure. I hope I said that properly. But he says, "You guys are heroes to me. You taught me at a dark time that I cannot solve my problems by just buying denim."
That is a throwback.
It is worth a try. It is always worth a try.
Yeah.
But
hey, man, we appreciate a guy who pays attention. Hey, that's great. Wow, that's an old fan right there.
Absolutely, man. Thank you.
Wow. That made my night.
Yeah,
that's good.
I saw it.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, listen, this has been a historic week for you, a historic week for all the fans that are out there. I cannot wait for next week. It's going to be awesome, and we continue to move on and push forward. It's going to be amazing. And any last words for the brand new 2.0 who've been given this amazing opportunity and I guarantee you are going to start changing and are going to start making people look and watch TNT and TSN a little bit more frequently.
Good TSN
Good
in Canada. Channel. The boys, good Canadian boys, going to be on there every Wednesday night. I don't know, man. We're just grateful. We're grateful for the opportunity we were given this week. Moving forward,
Couldn't
it's
be
just
happier.
Just caught in a tornado, man.
Keep,
It's
now
just been
that's it.
it's just
We're back
great,
on the
you know?
hamster wheel.
Yeah.
You know, the starter's pistol was fired,
Like,
and now we're on go mode.
I'm sitting here waiting to become a father.
Yeah,
like things are
life
bananas right now. I don't know what has happened, guys.
Yeah.
Like just turned upside down, and then when you think you have it figured out again, it gets turned upside down again, and now we're gonna throw a baby into the mix.
Hey, love it.
Here we go.
Love it.
Here we go.
Feel alive.
Strap
Feel
up,
alive.
strap
again.
up, and join us.
Yeah, baby.
The future
future
does rule.
rules.
The future
The
rules.
future
No
rules.
question
That's
about
Love
it.
it.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Best statement of the night. Okay, well, for Matt, for Jeff, my name's Aaron, and this is Behind the Show. And remember, stay tuned on Saturday and keep following us on Twitter. Get all your information over there. And we will see you Saturday, and then we will see you the following week with Dave Meltzer on Behind the Show.
Take it easy, guys.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah.